Hi, I'm Amber,
And I'm Atlanta.
and this is our Federalism project.
Here's our criteria.
How much are the people involved in the government?
How does the government protect the people?
Is there equality in the government?
How are fights solved between different groups or governments?
Monarchy.
How much are the people involved in the government?
The people are not very involved in a monarchy. Their king is born into royalty and is the head of all power.
How does the government protect the people?
The king or queen is the head of the army. They are the only ones to declare war or peace.
Is there equality in the government?
There is no equality between the people and government because the king or queen is the only individual in control of all power.
How are fights solved between different groups or governments?
When a monarchy has a disagreement with another country, they will most likely send a messenger to that country to communicate about the issue.
If the issue is unable to be solved, the king or queen will declare war. A disadvantage of this is that the people will turn on the king and may revolt.
Confederacy.
How much are the people involved in the government?
Pros. It's an alliance between people or groups for an illicit purpose. The people or groups working together for a common purpose.
And the con is there really isn't anyone in charge of the Confederacy.
How does the government protect the people?
A confederacy has several different armies, and each state or group is responsible for looking after their own people.
Is there equality in the government?
Yes, they work together equally for a common goal or purpose.
How are fights solved between different groups or governments?
Locals know what's best for their region, so there would be less federal control and less arguing over decisions that needed to be made. Federal help and programs might diminish, though, and that would leave the country more likely to separate.
Federalism.
How much are the people involved in the government?
Many Americans feel close ties to their home state, and federalism maintains that connection by giving power to the states.
Running a country the size of the United States with such a diverse population is much easier to do with the powers given to local officials.
How does the government protect the people?
The federalism government has an army and military that do take care of the protection of the people. It also does a good job of protecting people's rights.
Is there equality in the government?
There is definitely equality shown in the government. The powers are equally spread out between the main government and the subunits.
How are fights solved between different groups or government?
Fights or war is taken care of in the best way the different forms of governments decide is best. There is also set rules and regulations put forth for everyone to follow.
Our conclusion.
Well, monarchy definitely won't work. There would be so many problems and disadvantages.
Confederacy would work for a time, but definitely not for long term.
Federalism is what we have now, but we feel that it's the best for right now. However, we think changes will need to be made for a better future.
Created using Powtoon.